started our partnership with Farm Bureau, and the one thing we found is that we have similar cultures. We all deal with the same people. I grew up in the ag industry. Those are the people that we deal with, and that's where we've been successful. Most of our farmers and ranchers want to go back to work. They don't want to take 3 weeks off, 6 weeks off when they have a procedure. So the one thing I would tell you that about the Farm Bureau members, this last year we treated 33 Farm Bureau members this last year, so we basically paid back. I think they received $10,000 in refunds. We had 4 procedures that were truly just Farm Bureau referrals. And what we find is the Farm Bureau referral seems to bring us a lot more trust. And that's what we want. I mean, we've treated 2,000 patients. I would argue that nobody does it better than our physicians. When we have 5 physicians on staff today, and we have our chief scientific officer has been in the regenerative medicine business for 17 years. Between those doctors, they have done presentations from Alaska to California, to India, to China, to New Zealand, because they're the best in the business, and people know it. I mean, we've done 500 back procedures at our clinic, and so they know who to turn away. I mean, most of our business is referral business, about 70% of it. But we turn away 30% of our patients because we know that we can't help them. And I think people appreciate that honesty. And that's something that you have to do if you live in Manhattan, Kansas. A year and a half ago, we opened a facility in Overland Park. We have continued to grow our business model. When we started, we just did adipose-derived. We're now doing bone marrow as well. But the one thing that we have done is we've always stayed with your own stem cells, because when we first started 5 years ago, all we had to do was explain stem cells to people and tell them why they were, what they did and why they work. Today we have to explain. There's many different people calling many different things stem cells. They try to give you umbilical cord stem cells in a bottle and things like that, from our perspective, and we've had everything scientifically tested. We take it to K-State, and we want to give our patients the best product out there. And that's our pledge to you guys as Farm Bureau members, but it's also our pledge to our patients. I mean, probably 10% of our patients are friends and family members of us. So we're not going to give them something, just like most of our farmers will, not going to give them anything that will hurt them. They showed 2,000 patients from 4 countries and 34 states. I guess that could be 33 states and 5 countries, depending on how you do California. But it's something in there. One of our neatest cases was an NCIS agent from Virginia. He researched every stem cell clinic in the country, and he came to ours because of our staff and our doctors. I mean, I am definitely, you guys got the lowest intellect on the payroll today to talk to you. Our doctors speak all over the world. I'm not even qualified to speak here, but our ladies that work in the office can tell you more about stem cells than any other clinic in the country. There's one of the things that we like to drive home is, you guys got results up there. I'm an Okie originally, so I'm kind of simple. The 3 things I've learned about stem cells since we started doing this, and I was treated 6 years ago. The 3 things that I learned is stem cells are healing agents that are used by your body every day. We're just releasing them in an area where they can help you. They're like an orchestra conductor. They don't play the instrument, but they facilitate the healing process, and they communicate to the other cells and get them to heal your body. And the last is, most conventional treatments are there to mask the pain or treat symptoms, and your own stem cells are there to actually repair and actually heal. I would tell you that if you have major things, and we left some things on your table, but if you've got back pain, knee pain, or you see customers that have those things, it's worth having them talk to the doctor and seeing if they can help them. My goal when I had mine was, they told me I needed a knee replacement at 40 years old, and I wasn't prepared for that. I thought by the time I was 70, I would be out of knees. And so I told them to give me 5 years down the road. It's been 6, and I'm still going strong. I would tell you that the technology is getting so much better every day. If you can put a knee replacement on for 5 years, it's worth the money. The other thing is a lot of people ask, I mean, they're all worried about the money, and the insurance doesn't pay for it yet. We are beginning to get some insurance coverage, and I know that that's going to continue to get better and better. We still fight the FDA, and we fight a lot of people, but the dollars and cents of it, when you're paying the deductible, you know, most people have a $4,000 or $5,000 deductible today. So it's not much more than that, and you can have something where you can have an option 5 years down the road. If you have your knee replaced or your hip replaced, you don't have that. I'll open it up for questions. I'm not a doctor, so I can't do those things. We do free consultations. We also put on seminars and webinars. And so if you have a customer base that would like to listen to them or learn more about stem cells, our website is phenomenal and it actually gives you a lot of information. And, you know, there's a lot of conditions out there. Stem cells are not a cure-all. There's a lot of conditions that it will treat. Autoimmune, I mean, Karen Cope is one of our, you can't keep her from singing. She's our MS patient and she tells everybody. But it is a life-changing deal for some people in those conditions. So if you have those things, it's sure worth talking to a physician and finding out whether you need it. Once again, we do appreciate the partnership with Kansas Farm Bureau, and I'll open this up to any questions if anybody has one.